Good evening and many thanks for joining us. You're watching QTV Nightly News coming to you from our studios on Caraba Avenue with me, Ansmane Iswanyase. Here are the main news headlines. The Commonwealth Secretary General Patricia Scotland Casey and the Gambia's First Lady on Friday launched the Gambia's chapter of the Commonwealth No More Global campaign on violence against women and children in the Gambia. The fourth edition of the acclaimed QCell Annual National Chronic Competition is set to kick off on Saturday in the North Bank region. The Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, in partnership with the NAMI Foundation and the Gambia Teachers Union, on Friday announced the winners of the Best Teacher Award. In international news, the trial of Gambia's former Interior Minister Ousmane Sonko for human rights crimes committed in the Gambia opens in Switzerland on Monday. And in sports news, reacting to a widely circulated FIFA report, the Gambia Football Federation says FIFA has not built 14 football pitches in the Gambia. Well, stay tuned as we bring you more of these and other stories. And we now take a look at the news in detail. The Commonwealth Secretary General Patricia Scotland Casey and the Gambia's First Lady Fatoumata Bah-Barrow on Friday launched the Gambia's chapter of the Commonwealth No More Global campaign on violence against women and children in the Gambia. Alucise reports.
Launched by a small but distinguished gathering, the Commonwealth No More Global campaign on violence against women and children initiative is dedicated to ending domestic and sexual violence by increasing awareness, inspiring action, and encouraging a culture of change. Joining the Commonwealth Secretary General and the First Lady are the British High Commissioner to the Gambia, the Gambia's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, UNFPA country representative, a representative of the US Embassy, the Gambia's Minister for Basic and Secondary Education, and the Permanent Secretary, Office of the First Lady. Commonwealth Secretary General Patricia Scotland Casey, who will also join in the bicentenary celebration of Janjanbureh tomorrow, Saturday, said the launch is a sign of leadership and commitment of the First Lady to the welfare of women and girls. She said the desired change wouldn't be delivered without collective collaboration and action.
Each one of us coming together today are in our joint and several ways saying no more. No more to gender-based violence. No more to women and girls suffering the degradation, the pain, and the distress of being victims of violence.
Neiro Sarr, the UNFPA country representative, welcomed the launch of this initiative as timely and relevant to the current realities relating to domestic violence. She said her office is supporting the government to put in place measures that will fight this societal menace.
And from January to December this last year, because we are in 2024 now, we recorded 575 cases of gender-based violence. And these cases range from rape, sexual assault, defilement, sex trafficking, intimate partners violence, and physical assault, as I mentioned before.
Claudiana Cole, the Gambia's Minister for Basic and Secondary Education, expressed disappointment that with all the work being done, gender-based violence persists in schools, and vows to do all that is necessary to deal with every reported case.
And one of them had the audacity to put in writing that he was the one who impregnated a grade 9 student without any remorse. He wrote it down with his own hand to say he did it. And he's ready to support the young girl when she delivers, he says. And I thought that was a cheek. That was a slap in our face.
As part of its commitment to gender equality, the government of the Gambia has enacted several laws for the protection of women and girls against all forms of violence. First Lady Fatoumata Bah-Barrow says, despite such progress, gender-based violence remains a challenge, as data reveals that about 10% of females aged 15 to 49 years have reported physical and sexual violence by a current or former intimate partner.
Governments need to be pressured to allocate adequate resources toward the plight of women and girls and take appropriate steps to ensure that their rights are represented and protected at all times.
Crimes of gender-based violence in the Gambia remain largely unreported or underreported, therefore leading perpetrators to get away with their unlawful acts. On the other hand, most of the reported cases in the media result in victims being ridiculed and shamed, as evidenced by the reaction to the sexual and gender-based violence testimonies at the TRC hearings. No! Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliu Sise.
Now, the fourth edition of the acclaimed QCell Annual National Quranic Competition is set to kick off on Saturday in the North Bank region. The competition will feature 330 contestants from various schools across the country who will be examined by judges as they compete in the memorization and recitation of the Holy Quran. More Lamin Chua reports.
هذا كتاب أنزلناه مبارك فاتبعوه واتقوا لعلكم ترحمون.
The Holy Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, is reported to have said that, quote, "For everything there is an adornment and decoration. The adornment of the Holy Quran is a beautiful voice and tone." As the QCell Annual National Quranic Competition begins on Saturday, the country will witness in full the meaning and wisdom of this hadith. This national contest is in partnership with the Gambia Supreme Islamic Council, and Imam Usman Jah is the coordinator of the grand contest.
Plan for this year is as follows. Insha'Allah ta'ala, tomorrow the competition or recording will start from NBR. The trip will take them in the provinces about 8 days, during which they will face 330 competitors from different regions.
The competition begins at regional level. This year, contestants are drawn from 176 madrasas across the country. A panel of eminent judges will examine the contestants as they prove their mastery of memorizing and reciting the Holy Quran. They will judge the contestants' skills in reciting the Holy Quran with melodious voice in the proper order and pronunciation. The competition will be recorded and aired on QTV for everyone to watch or listen to the beautiful recitation of the Holy Quran by Gambian students.
As we all know, the Holy Quran is divided into 3 branches: full Quran, half Quran, and quarter Quran. And each branch will have competitors. For full Holy Quran, we registered 104 competitors for this year. For the half Quran, 110 competitors. And for the fourth, that is the quarter Quran, 116. The total is 330.
QCell and the Q Group by extension organize this competition annually to inspire the teaching and promotion of Islamic values which the Holy Quran prescribes and serves as a guide for humanity. The competition will end with a national grand finale where winners will be awarded with cash prizes.
The purpose of conducting such an activity is just to encourage our sons and daughters to memorize the Holy Quran as a constitution, and also to learn the teachings of Allah in the Holy Quran, and that will make the whole nation, or that will create a new nation.
The Holy Quran, which was revealed to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, over a span of 23 years, has 114 chapters. Several centuries since it was revealed, it remains intact in its original form. Allah protects and guarantees the Holy Book from distortion through those who learn and memorize it by heart. Mohamed Lamin Choi, QTV News.
We look forward to the commencement of the QCell Annual National Quranic Competition. Now, the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, in partnership with the NAMI Foundation and the Gambia Teachers Union, held a press conference to announce the winners of the Best Teacher Award from the 7 regional educational directorates. Lena Igwenyiba was in attendance and files in this report.
Gambia Teacher Prize honors outstanding basic and secondary school teachers, recognizing their profound impact on students and education. Adama Jimba Job, Deputy Permanent Secretary at MOPSI, expressed gratitude to the NAMI Foundation saying the initiative is long overdue and well deserved.
We want to thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts for doing this. We are very optimistic that it will be something that we can institutionalize as a sector, as a country, so that the good work that teachers are doing can be shared, they be motivated, and be given the commitment or encouragement to be committed to stay in the profession.
Omar Jaindur, chairman of the judging panel, disclosed the number of applicants and announced the names of the winners from the respective regions.
We were able to get 6 winners who are male and 1 winner who is female. In Region 6, Marza Sharif Ahmad from Nazir Ahmadiyya Senior Secondary School came out as the winner. 5 North, Fatu F. Kebe of Sare Malau Basic Cycle School. In Region 5 South, Motala Boy of Saruja Lower Basic School. In Region 4, Muhammad Mustafa Jan of Bureng Upper Basic / Senior Secondary School. In Region 3, Seku Jalo of Kerewan Lower Basic School. In Region 2, Lamin S. Conte of Kabafita Upper Basic / Senior Secondary School. Last but not the least winner, that is Region 1, is Abdurrahman Ba of Abuko Upper Basic School.
Junkun Jabate, legal counsel for NAMI Foundation, states that the announcement of regional winners marks the end of Phase 1 and the commencement of Phase 2 of this initiative.
The second phase, which is about to begin, that is for the judges to go up country to do on-the-spot observation of the winners as well as interviews, and then come back also, retire and review, and then come up with the national winner.
Pa Daniel Mendy, a representative of the Gambia Teachers Union, expressed appreciation and urged more substantial prizes while emphasizing the crucial role teachers play in a country's development.
We are still looking forward to seeing teachers who have been declared winners of the scheme receiving a key to a fully furnished house, a key to a brand new car, scholarship packages for their children up to university. These are the big achievements that we are looking forward to. But it's never bad to start small. As we have always said, we are the #1 social engineers for any country.
On February 15th, each regional winners will receive $50,000 and the national winner will receive an additional $50,000. Reporting for QTV News, I am Lena E. Igwenyiba.
And that report there by Lena E. Igwenyiba will lead us to the commercial break, but we will be right back.
As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, QCell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. QCell, the Gambia's trusted network.
Christmas and Happy New Year from the board, management, and staff of Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation.
Welcome back. Following the commercial break, be reminded you're watching QTV Nightly News, coming to you from our studios on Caraba Avenue with me, Ansmana Eswanyase. Now on to international news. The trial of former Interior Minister Ousmane Sonko opens in Switzerland on Monday. He is accused of committing multiple crimes against humanity between 2000 and 2016 in the Gambia. The trial is expected to last for about a month.
Sonko is the highest-ranked official to be prosecuted in Europe on the basis of universal jurisdiction, according to the NGO Trial International, a watchdog organization which, in 2017, first alerted the Swiss authorities to Sonko's crimes in this country. This led to his arrest, and he has been in custody since. Various human rights organizations have been giving their reactions to the news of his trial. The coordinator of the Jammeh to Justice campaign, Sirandao, has been quoted as saying the trial of Ousmane Sonko is another major step in the search for justice for victims of brutal crimes and their families committed under Jammeh's rule. A senior legal advisor at Trial International has also been quoted as saying some of the victims have fought this battle for more than 20 years and Swiss justice must live up to their expectations. Ousmane Sonko, who turns 55 on Tuesday, had served in former President Jammeh's administration in various senior positions, as Commander of the Presidential Guard, as Inspector General of Police, and as Minister of Interior in 2006, a position he held until 2016 when Jammeh's regime collapsed. Sonko then fled the country to Switzerland, where he sought asylum. Trial International got wind of the information, sounded the authorities, and they arrested him. Following the conviction and life sentence of Bailo in Germany in November last year, Sonko is the second person to face trial under the international legal principle of universal jurisdiction for crimes committed during Jammeh's regime. The principle allows states to investigate and prosecute individuals suspected of having committed crimes against humanity and other egregious offenses, regardless of where the crimes were committed and regardless of the nationality of the suspects or victim. Michael Correa, another alleged jungler, has also been caught within the net of this principle. He was indicted in the United States in 2020 and placed in pre-trial detention for crimes committed in this country under Jammeh. You may run, but you cannot hide is the unmistakable message of universal jurisdiction. Former President Jammeh and the 69 others recommended for prosecution by the TRRC will arguably be taking note and wondering who is next. For QTV News, I am Oudembourg.
Now also in international news, in a bid to curb the circulation of fraudulent foreign degrees, Nigeria is expanding its suspension of degree accreditation to additional countries, including in Africa. Juldenja reports.
The additional countries affected are Kenya and Uganda. This move comes just days after Benin and Togo faced similar action following an expose by the Daily Nigerian newspaper. During an interview on Nigeria's Channels television on Wednesday, Education Minister Tahir Maman stated that they are not going to stop at banning qualifications from just Benin and Togo, but they are going to extend the dragnet to countries like Uganda, Kenya, and Niger. This move is a response to the revelation of fraudulent qualification from foreign degree mills, as exposed by the Daily Nigerian newspaper. In an undercover investigation, reporter Umar Udu detailed how he acquired a degree for a 4-year program from a Benin university in under 2 months. Expressing his firm stance, Mr. Maman asserted, and I quote, "I have no sympathy for those with fake certificates from foreign countries. They are not just victims, but part of the criminal chain that should be arrested." End of quote. Nigeria has initiated a formal investigation into the ministries and agencies responsible for accrediting academic qualifications obtained abroad. Mr. Maman emphasized that this measure aims to safeguard Nigeria's employers and maintain the integrity of the country's qualifications. The government's decisive action is in response to the urgent need to curb the proliferation of counterfeit qualifications, as revealed by the daily Nigeria's expose. This broader suspension reflects Nigeria's commitment to maintaining the credibility of its educational system and protecting employers from potential fraudulent practices. However, ironically, many Nigerian university qualifications have not been accepted in Europe since the 1980s, as the country has long been accused of what it is now accusing other countries. For QTV News, I am Julden Jai.
And the report there by Julden Jai will lead us to sports news in a moment. Now, reacting to a widely circulated FIFA report on how member associations spent their FIFA Forward 2.0 funds, the Gambia Football Federation says FIFA has not built 14 football pitches in the Gambia. Our sports reporter Moudu Kajagar tells us more.
The FIFA website depicts 14 green pitches and facilities such as changing rooms, artificial pitches, floodlights, and natural grass pitches, offices, seating, and others in the graph's detail. This depiction was certainly news to Gambian football fans. However, according to the GFF, FIFA did not build 14 pitches in the Gambia. Lamin Jasseh, General Secretary of the Gambia Football Federation, GFF, clarifies that the World Football Governing Body intervened 14 times through projects.
FIFA, I repeat, did not build 14 fields. FIFA intervened 14 times, or FIFA did 14 projects as far as infrastructure is concerned from 2016 to 2022. This is what exactly, I repeat, they intervened 14 times. For example, if you talk about Banjul, I'll give you the rundown of the study. If you talk about Banjul, FIFA may have intervened in Banjul 3 times. Because the way the GFF has been applying for these projects is in stages. For example, one project would be to do the perimeter fence only. Then we will say, we will write a project proposal to FIFA and say, for example, we want to do the perimeter fence of Banjul. That perimeter fence is a project of its own. And when that is approved, it's called an SOA, Statement of Approval, which Ismaila has. He will go into all of that. They are here.
Ismail Njai, Senior Finance Manager of the Gambia Football Federation, explains the FIFA funding called FIFA Forward 2.0, giving to all 211 member associations in a 6-year period. He gave a detailed breakdown of the funding allocation.
If you look at the 14 intervention areas, this is what it is referring to. In 2016, we have 6 fields. This was the first intervention of the first work of the GFF to enhance the capacity of our playing field by improvement. That is where you remember the minor repairs have taken place in terms of pitch, in terms of dressing rooms. These were not major overhaul works that were done in 2016. When we did that, another proposal was also prepared for another 4 fields in the year 2017, which includes obviously Gunjur, Busumbala, NTTC, and Bakau.
The GFF improved infrastructure projects in Banjul, Brikama, and Serekunda East, including artificial turf, grass pitches, and floodlights. Not so with Busumbala and Gunjur projects, which are being held up due to contractual failures. According to the GFF, They plan to build 5 pitches, 1 in each region, but they are unable to commence those construction projects due to delays in some of their current projects. The latest FIFA Forward report for Africa states, and I quote, FIFA Forward funding has made a major contribution to transforming the African football landscape with $118.7 million, the largest area of investment utilized to improve infrastructure. Some 144 projects were carried out and 94 new pitches laid. End of quote. There is still over $700,000 available for the GFF to claim from their FIFA Forward 2.0 funds if they meet all the requirements. Mamudu Gajaga, QTV News.
And I'm afraid this is where we draw the curtains on this bulletin. But before we take a leave of you, here's a recap for main headlines. The Commonwealth Secretary General Patricia Scotland Casey and the Gambia's First Lady on Friday launched the Gambia's chapter of the Commonwealth No More Global Campaign on Violence Against Women and Children in the Gambia. The 4th edition of the acclaimed QCell Annual National Chronic Competition is set to kick off on Saturday in the North Bank region. The Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, in partnership with the NAMI Foundation and the Gambia Teachers Union, on Friday announced the winners of the Best Teacher Award. In international news, the trial of Gambia's former Interior Minister Ousmane Sonko for human rights crimes committed in the Gambia opens in Switzerland on Monday. And in sports news, reacting to a widely circulated FIFA report, the Gambia Football Federation says FIFA has not built 14 football pitches in the Gambia. That's all from us. To join us tomorrow, same time for more news. Thanks for watching.